What is up, Transformers? It is Dr. Kathleen Nash with Total Transformation. In today's video, I'm gonna highlight one of my recent client success stories, but I'm also gonna go over why compliance and adherence is so important if you have weight loss as a goal, if you have reversing disease and getting your health back as a goal. So stay tuned.
Let's go!
I apologize that I have not been on YouTube in over a month. There's a lot of things that's been going on. I know that's just an excuse. I try to get you information as much as I possibly can, but I've been dealing with this in my life. He's actually at the office most days with me, so just know if you live in Las Vegas and you happen to come here, chances are if you hear him making any noise, you might even see him running around. If he's not sleeping, I might even show him to you if you want to see him. He might even, look at him, he's distracted. This is a new room for him. He might even make some noise while I'm making the video, so if you hear him in the background, I apologize. Look at him squirming. Squirmy. Okay, so let's talk about my client briefly. Normally, I do not do any kind of an intro when I do a client success story. I let the video or the testimonial speak for itself, but there was something about this particular client that just made me want to clone her again and again and again. I loved this woman, and the reason I loved this woman is because this woman was compliant, okay? Now, why is compliance so important? It's important because the clients that I take on only have about 30% of their weight gain coming from calories in, calories out. So let me talk about that for just a second. 99% of the people that come to see me are coming primarily because there is a body fat issue that they have. So basically what they're saying is there's too much body fat on my body, and for whatever reason, the traditional approaches that I've been taking just don't seem to be working. I'm either seeing slow weight loss, I'm seeing no weight loss, or whatever weight I lose is temporary. It tends to come back, and it comes back hard and fast. Now, most people who I accept as a client only have about 30% of their weight gain coming from calories in and calories out, and that's why their traditional approaches aren't working so well for them. The problem is, all of the major authorities and experts in our field, whether it's the medical profession, whether it's pharmaceutical companies, whether it's the diet industry, the fitness industry, certainly the food manufacturers, are all giving us the same message, and they have for the last 50 years. It's all about you eat too much, you move too little, and that's why you have a weight problem, and that's why you're getting sick. So that's a very convenient explanation, because if I can say as a medical professional or as a pharmaceutical company or as a food manufacturer, if I can say it's all you, it's because you eat too much, it's because you move too little, then the blame is taken off me and it's shifted onto you. You're the failure. It's not that I'm providing bad medicine. It's not that I'm providing pharmaceuticals that just manage your disease and not reverse it. I'm not really giving you food that'll kill you. It's all your fault, right? The majority of my clients that I take on, this is not the issue. Only part of the weight gain is coming from how much they eat or move. In fact, very many of them are eating restricted calories trying to control their problem, and they're not losing any weight. 10% of the weight that they'll gain will be from genetics, meaning you can't control who your parents are and you can't control what genes they gave you. Now just know you can't blame your genetics for a whole lot of what's going on here. A little bit, yes, but not much. So about 10%, which accounts for about maybe 5 to 8% of your weight gain. After that, it's more environment, lifestyle, disease in the body, what have you. 60% of the weight gain with my clients, with most of my clients, not all of them, 60% of the weight gain is coming from damage that has occurred inside the body. Damage, chemical changes, hormone changes, disruptions in organ function, changes in brain chemistry, toxicity that's too high, acidity that's too low. In all of the changes that I just listed, did you hear calories? Did you hear activity? No, and it's because how much you eat or move won't necessarily correct those things, and usually it doesn't, right? So that means if I take a client on and I'm going to help them reach their weight loss goal, then whatever strategies I correct, whether it's the type of food they eat, when they eat it, how much they eat it, how I rebuild the metabolism to get them eating up to 3,000 calories a day and hold their weight loss, that's all a prescription medication. It's not a drug, but I'm using food and nutrition and strategies as prescription medication. Now, look at prescription medication that you might have taken in the past. If your doctor tells you to take it a certain way, he means it. You have to take the medication a certain way in order for you to get a specific result. My programs are no different, and really, any weight loss program, any attempt to reverse disease or to reclaim your health is the same way. You have to approach it like a prescription medication. That means that for the duration of your program, you have to be focused like a laser beam on what you're doing.
You know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
If you've created the program yourself, you have to commit to the changes you've made in your diet and your lifestyle in order to see effective change. If you are doing my program, if you are one of my clients, then right? If you are doing my program, then that means you have to follow the food and the instructions I'm giving you to a T. Now, some people have a problem doing that, they have difficulty doing that, or they struggle doing that. There's a few reasons why that happens, and that needs to go in a separate video because it's going to be too long as it is. But the bottom line is compliance and adherence to the prescription is what's going to get you the fastest results.
Hi. I've been on the Dr. Nash's Total Transformation program for 5 weeks. I lost 18 pounds. I've lost 24 inches. In the last 2 weeks, I started exercising just because I feel better. I feel so much better, and I think anyone should try this program. As long as you follow exactly what the program says, it works.
Gotcha. And then, tell me about your hunger and your cravings. I mean, was that really difficult?
No, as long as you drink all of your water, you're not hungry. If you get hungry, drink your water and you'll be fine.
What about cravings? I know a lot of people struggle with cravings when they go on a diet. What were your cravings like?
I normally like to eat chocolate, but it really didn't bother me because once I quit eating sugar, the food tasted sweeter and better. And so cravings were really not a problem for me. I think if you eat sugar, you're going to have trouble because the food won't taste as good.
On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the most compliant, how compliant do you think you were with the program?
I was a 10.
You were a 10. And do you think that was a big reason why you were successful?
Yes, because I did everything, but mainly I did everything because the only way for Dr. Nash or for me to know whether or not it's working is if I do everything on the program. Otherwise, there's no way for either of us to tell whether the program is working.
And then what would be advice to somebody that maybe they're skeptical or they're not sure if this is something they want to do?
I think that people should come in and try it because it's only 5 weeks. It really is normally 4 weeks. Mine was a little bit longer because I was out of town. But if you take a month of your life and try this, I think that the program will convince you how wonderful it is and how much better you'll feel.
Susan, by far, has probably been one of the most compliant patients that I've seen in a while. If I asked her to read something, she read it. I gave her a free copy of my book, she read it. I give her material that takes her through the various phases of my program because there's about 3 phases to the program depending on my client's problems. She outlined them, she underlined them, she highlighted them, she made notes around them. During my program, I send all kinds of material to teach you what's been going on in your body and how to keep it corrected. She opened those emails, she watched those video links, she listened to those podcasts. And so she'll tell you in her own words when you watch her success story that how important it was to do what I tell you to do, right? So whether you do my program or not, being compliant and staying adherent to your plan is going to get you the results you want as quickly as your body can handle it. If you are struggling, if you're noticing that you eat less and you move more and you just can't seem to lose the weight, certainly give me a call. If you like these videos, if you like seeing people be successful with losing weight, if you want more information on how you can do it yourself, please give the video a thumbs up. Also, you can subscribe to my channel. I give out loads of free information. I can't promise that I can do it 2 or 3 times a week, but I do promise that I will be more consistent now that things have calmed down in my office. Thank you for watching and enjoy Susan's success story.